the same way?
Yeah, I am. I'm seeing bits and pieces. It's not as prevalent as it was during the 60s, and that's one that I experienced, because that's kind of where I started my music. And when I look back at the songs I was writing then, were really motivated with a message of social change and social justice and just fair treatment. But it's because many groups were doing that at the time. There was a lot of groups. If you think about it, just look back to that era and the songs from that era, and there were a lot about, you had Marvin Gaye, What's Going On, Brother, 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 Why Can't We Be Friends? There was just so many messages in there that brought people together and brought us further along the road to having, treating each other better and all that thing that goes with that respect. And it kind of softened up, if you will, and I'm seeing younger folks, starting to see seeds of young folk, writers, songwriters, writing about something with a message that'll help at the same time. The music, I think, is what hooks them. When they went out with our pilot film, it was the music that kind of hooked the students to pay attention to the video, and then they had dialogue after they watched this 6-minute piece. When Julie Rodriguez came back from her trip on this tour of, going out with a 6-minute piece, she was really excited, saying, we haven't had that dialogue in our presentations for a long time, because they were going there with, just the pictures and whatnot like that, and speeches, slideshows. And this thing, for some reason, and that's what it was, the music, and she came back and said, we had dialogue, and the students were saying, wow, we didn't know that's what the farm workers went through, or our ancestors, or what people, or how we get food on the table. This brought big dialogue. And I think today, we're coming back around to that. There's still a lot of great writers, Jackson Brown, and Joel Raphael is going to be playing with us tonight over at the Sweetwater. He's a fellow that played that song El Bracero, and those kind of songs, are still happening by a lot of people, but I think we need more younger folks, and they are doing it. Also, Motley's doing a lot. There's a lot of groups if you look around, but we just have to give them more support, more voice, the music scene has changed a lot since we've been in this journey, but it's okay, it can happen. And I think it is being sparked because of conditions, because of what the country's going through right now. I'm hearing songs and groups that are wanting to, with their music, deliver, and also artists, you see the paintings and the different things, they call them a lot of murals, stuff like that. So, yeah, we're getting research.
Performances we shot at Fantasy Studios in Berkeley, and incredibly